honor our dad, husband, and brother, Michael Mulvey, born in Mahanoy City, PA on November 24th, 1945, the youngest of 5 children, Joan, Ann, Jimmy, and Joey. Dad often told us stories about his childhood. Being the youngest of 5 taught him early that he needed to fight to survive. He told me once that the scar on his back was from when his mom hit him with a plate. I told Sophia and Max this story, and Sophia said, hitting someone on the back with a plate wouldn't make that kind of scar. When I told him that, Dad responded, "You're right. My mom broke the plate over my head and then hit me with the plate." No surprise then, Dad got the reputation from an early age of being a fighter, someone not to mess with. He went to Cardinal Doherty High School before being kicked out for fighting a priest. Dad said he should have let the priest win. After high school, Dad served in the U.S. Army and fought for our country in Vietnam. Through the years, random people from Uber drivers to security guards at the hospital, when hearing the Mulvey name, would ask us if we were related to the Mike Mulvey. And we were always surprised by what they would tell us about him fighting, because that wasn't the Mike Mulvey that we knew. We knew the Mike Mulvey who would come home from work and load up all the kids in the neighborhood into the back of his moving truck, close the door, and drive around the neighborhood with all the kids hanging onto furniture straps for dear life. The Mike Mulvey who at every dance recital would start the crowd clapping and whistling in the middle of our song, who would coach us in our sports and get into arguments with refs and umpires until he was asked to leave. The guy who would dance so much at all of the parties, when he got into the car and took off his shoes, the entire windshield would fog up. Who always brought ice cream for all the kids in the neighborhood when the ice cream truck would come. Always the first to step up and start a kickball game with the whole neighborhood. And that was the Mike Mulvey that Barbara fell in love with years later. Barbara, who was always by his side and brought out the best in him, took him out of his comfort zone and nudged him to do things that he would have never done without her, like their trip to Germany a few years back. Although he did draw the line when she proposed to cruise, his reply was that the last time they got me on a boat, it took me to Vietnam. Despite many challenges throughout his life, there was a constant theme that he always maintained and a strong set of rules he lived by. He taught us that things in life don't always come easy, to work hard and fight for things we wanted. When I was complaining about an early morning class for nursing school while my friends were out partying, he told me, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. He taught us to respect others and they will respect you. And he taught us to help people whenever you can. And Dad helped many people throughout his life and never told anyone. He did it because that's who he was, never for recognition. He also taught us about strength in so many ways, but the most amazing way was when he died. Kevin spoke with him the day before he died, and when saying goodbye, Kevin asked if he needed anything from him. And my dad told him to look after Barb. And then he shook his hand. He was completely at peace. If that doesn't show you what a strong person is, then I don't know what would. Dad lived a full and eventful life, and the many lives he touched are a testament to his character and his big heart. He may be gone, but the legendary Mike Mulvey stories will live on forever. Dad, you'll be greatly missed.